KC. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. What we can see of the ball appears to be teed up and ready to go. And we are underway from Kansas City. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And a stretch out only about a yard up to the 32. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The Chiefs had 5 and 11 on the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well, because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now a first carry here for the running back. Well, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
4 yards on the pickup, it'll be 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Ford. That's laid out deep for Rice. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Winston. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brock. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it's enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Here's McCarthy. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film, that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Ford. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Over the middle and take it in by Laporta. So they'll call up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Looking to throw. Ford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, there was a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They'll keep it on the ground. Block. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Brock. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To the air with McCarthy. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and you get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Ford. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Gregory Rousseau Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. McCarthy operating from the gun. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Slaw. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
6 yards. And it's third down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Throwing is McCarthy. That is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now for the point after. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, set.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he stopped immediately there. Now a 3rd and 6.
No gain on the play. It's third down and
Back to throw. 4. His hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Block. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Ready?
Off play action. Ford. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up second and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Second and 11. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Able to get away. Now they'll tuck this and run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
36-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. A nice little juke. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Mitchell. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Chiefs 7.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now McCarthy. He finds his man complete. That's Brock. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go. Set. 60.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking deep downfield. Oh, and that is incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. So let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Here we go. Nice.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
They'll definitely say that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Ryan Rico now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Ford. He's going to float this one deep right side. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Keeps himself upright. He'll try and do this himself. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And just shutting him off there. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brock, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Up the middle they go. Brock. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd down and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them say, and a loose football. Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back to throw. Ford.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
Now a handoff up the middle. Merritt brought down around the 16 or 17. Showing some tough running there. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wagner. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll find the open man. That's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. Back to throw. McCarthy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now again, right side. It's Brock. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw. 4.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That's caught inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 64 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. In motion, the tight end. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Returnable here from the 38. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy with career touchdown number 156, that ties him with Terrell Owens for 5th all-time. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game.
Chiefs 22.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 110 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule? Because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Okay,
3rd and 2.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger.
Operating from the gun. McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a give, right side. It's Brock. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. 38 yards.
And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4.
36, Chiefs 30.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 140 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. Right back to him on 1st down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Here's McCarthy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead. Here this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Off the play fake. Ford. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
18. And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Operating from the gun. Ford. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Back to throw. Ford. We'll get this complete to Worthy. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Looking to throw. Ford. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Back to throw. Ford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's